Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So, what I'm going to discuss in today's session, before starting up this session, I want to give a small introduction about myself. My name is Ram Boyapati. I have near 13 plus years of IT experience, 13 plus years of IT experience. In this 13 plus years of experience, I've been working for majorly data analyst, data engineering. So, as a part of this data analysis and data engineering, I work for SQL Server, Python, and MSBA technology, and then after Power BI, then Azure Data Engineering, and Microsoft Fabric. In fact, I am the first trainer in India for this Power BI. I was started in 2016 for the Power BI training. You can follow my YouTube channel as well, E Classes Education. So E Classes Education is my YouTube channel. I was started in 2016. So I'm requesting all of you, please subscribe the channel as well to get daily recording videos and about the career guidance. I'm just sharing in the GoToMeeting chat. So please subscribe the channel. Then you will get daily one video for you to get more updates on this future technologies and your current technologies, whatever it is. So inside this 13 plus years of experience, I have nearly 8 plus years of experience, 8 plus years of experience in trainings and placements. So I started this e-classes training institution in 2016. So our website is eclasses.com. In 2016 I started. Let's go and see my website over here. What are all the courses we are offering? And you can see our infrastructure of our office as well. It is located in Hyderabad, Amirpet also. Okay. So this is our office infrastructure where you can able to see here. If anybody wants to speak with me, you guys can come directly and you can able to talk with me. Or if you want to speak with me on the mobile, if you are not in Hyderabad location, then simply you can call to 7997 457 228. Okay, so you can call to this number and you can reach out me. Okay, so in this 8 plus years of experience, what we are providing to the students, our e-classes has introduced our own LMS portal as well. So what is this LMS portal? It's a learning management system. So here, every student who enroll for e-classes can join the live classes over here. And also daily recording videos also, they are going to get it in our own LMS portal. And also daily class notes also we are going to share it over here. And we are going to conduct some weekly tests inside. And the main advantage with our LMS portal is you guys can able to get 24 by 7 interaction with our trainers. When you are practicing, if you are getting any doubts, then we have a chat option inside this LMS portal. You can always chat with us with the trainers. Okay, so I'm the managing director of this e-classes, and I'm the trainer for this technology, whatever the Microsoft Fabric. So one fundamental thing before learning of this course, I want to tell you, the people who are joined in this demo session, they are like definitely coming from four different kind of backgrounds. One is about, definitely they have a graduation or the post graduation. Okay, they completed their graduation or a post graduation. So whatever the qualification they have and their background, if you see, some people already working in IT, some people already in working in IT since from 10 years or 13 years or 14 years or 15 years, and now they want to come to a different technology, whatever trending in the market. Some people working in non IT, but now they want to switch to IT. Some people they are not working anywhere, they have some career gap because of several reasons. Might be they are working for business, their own business, or preparing for the government exams. They are preparing for the government exams, whatever the bank exams or groups, whatever it is. Some people freshers recently passed out. So definitely you belongs to any of one category. Correct? So you were previously worked for IT. Now you have some career gap. Let's for example, some people working up to 2020, 10 years IT. Now from last 3 years, 4 years they were not working in IT. Some people working still continuously in the IT, but they want to switch to a different technology. Some people working in non-IT earlier, but now they have a career gap or they are still working. Some people does not have any kind of work experience. Now they want to come to IT industry. Some people are freshers. So any kind of people to get a job as early as possible, always try to choose the latest technology in the market. So when you are choosing the latest technology in the market, what are the advantages over here? There is a less competition. There is very less competition for 10 jobs, one position. Currently for the Microsoft Fabric, there are 10 jobs, one position. The reason because there is no resource for the Microsoft Fabric so far. There is no employees or the trainees who completed this Microsoft Fabric course so far. Because in India, they were not started anyone teaching of this Microsoft Fabric. And the other advantage is interview is easy with the basic questions only. The reason because the person who is going to do the interview, he has very limited knowledge. Then after, when you are going to joining a project, the work also more flexible. More flexible means the work also more flexible. The reason most of the projects are starting from POC. POC means it's not the actual development of the project. Prior that they are going to designing a model of the project. So because of these many advantages, if you have when you are learning the latest technology in the market. So what is that latest technology currently in the market to gain all these benefits over here? That is Microsoft Fabric. So many people were asking, sir, there are so many technologies are going to be automated. The reason because artificial intelligence. Because of artificial intelligence, many courses in future are going to be automated. Yes, that's true. Artificial intelligence is going to automating the many of the courses, whatever like a DevOps courses, or it might be a testing, any development. Then, if I'm learning this Microsoft Fabric course, then what about the future of this one? Right, first try to understand this Microsoft Fabric course. What exactly a Microsoft Fabric? So, Microsoft Fabric is a combination of three courses. Microsoft Fabric having data engineering, Microsoft Fabric having data analysis, Microsoft Fabric having data science. So, in a single platform, they are going to including all the three activities. This is the first time in the world in the data business intelligence platform, all three in one place. All three in one place. Ideally, earlier days, so far, if you want to develop your data engineering projects, you need to use a separate software services. For data analysis, separate software services. For data science, separate software services you need to use. But now Microsoft is going to keep all in one place, and they are making development time also reduced, and the cost for the platform or the softwares also reduced. So because of this reason, zero maintenance, more security. Because of these reasons, now the customers are moving to use this Microsoft Fabric platform to implement their complete business intelligence solution. So, what is that complete business intelligence solution we are going to develop? And let's take an example over here. For example, I have a business. Definitely, this business intelligence means we are going to apply some intelligence on the business. So where exactly we are going to apply? Let's take it. I have a ATM centers. This is one ATM center. This is another ATM centers. So each ATM center we have in different locations. So whichever the ATM centers we have, this is one ATM center. This is another ATM center. Okay. This is one ATM center. This is another ATM center. In every ATM center, when the customer is going to withdrawing of this amount, definitely as a account holder, he is going to withdraw the amount. The moment when he is going to withdraw the amount, the transaction details will be saved somewhere in the back end, their own servers they are going to maintain. Let's, for example, this is one server, this is another server. Their wish, the data might be they can store anywhere. This is called their transactions data, their account holders customer transaction data. They might be stored that data in a cloud environment, or they might be stored in a their local environment. Okay, or they might be stored their data in a files format. The data might be any location, any storage, anywhere. Okay, let's, for example, this ATM center is in USA. In USA, they are storing their data completely, whatever the transactions data in a either Azure or AWS or GCP cloud environment. These are the three popular cloud environments. The ATM center which we have in India, they are storing in a local SQL server, or it is a Oracle server, or whatever it is. So my business data is located in different locations. And also this ATM centers, what they are doing, they are implementing some sensors. So they are implementing some sensors. Why? It is going to recognizing of the people who are coming to this ATM centers. So the sensors data also we are going to recognize. So when you are going to inside the ATM center, immediately immediately the data what you are going to, it will recognize your face, it will take one snapshot, and that snapshot data, the image of your face, is going to be saved inside this one. So instead of using a CC cameras, they are using sensors, and they are going to capturing of your image, and they are going to save that images from the IoT devices. So like for example, some IoT are the sensors data, whichever we have. Okay, IoT are sensors. That data will be stored somewhere. And also my organization contains a lot of files. Okay, so we have a lot of files data. This is files data. So this is how a business model, when they're running, they have a lot of data generated over here. Now we want to implement a complete business intelligence solution for these people. Okay, as a top level management of the Citibank, you just take it as a Citibank. So the Citibank wants to understand complete business insights. What kind of insights they want to understand? They want to understand the customer behavior, the customer behavior, and the top 10 customers, and they want to understand uh, number of transactions in the next month. It's kind of a predictions and fraud analysis. Okay, fraud analysis, and any kind of information what I have in my business. I want to create some reports and dashboards over here. Reports and dashboards. So when you want to design this kind of reports and dashboards to understand about your business, so definitely first what you need to do is, whatever the business data you have in your, whatever the business data you have in your source systems, you need to bring that business data into this Microsoft Fabric environment, into Microsoft Fabric environment. So Microsoft Fabric environment having three different kind of storages. What are those three different kind of storages we have? The three different kind of storages are, we have a Lakehouse, we have a Lakehouse, and we have a data warehouse, and we have a KQL database. So three different kind of storages we have. This is Lakehouse. This is purely used to store the data in terms of a files. The next one is a data warehouse. The next one is a data warehouse. So what we are going to do, we are going to completely bringing of this data from this local SQL server, or from this any other cloud platform, or from this files data, everything we are going to storing into this lake house over here. Okay, so how you are going to move the data into this lake house? Here we are going to use some data ingestion tools. What are the data ingestion tool we have? We have a data factory tool. By using this data factory, we are going to ingesting of the data into Lakehouse. Once the data is coming to this data factory, then we are going to transforming of this data by applying some transformation techniques. For that we have two tools. One is a data flows, another one is a data engineering, nothing but a notebooks. Spark notebooks. Okay, by using this we are going to implementing of the data warehousing, data to be transferred, because the data what I am going to get it over here is a raw data. That data I am going to moving into this data warehousing. Data warehousing is something like a SQL. Okay, you can able write down on this one SQL. Then once your data is coming to data warehousing, then by using that data I'm going to designing of the data modeling. Data modeling means it's all about creating the relationships between the tables. That is called semantic model. Once the model has designed, then we are going to use the Power BI tool to designing of the reports and dashboards. So what is the tool we are going to use it over here? Power BI tool. So Power BI is going to connecting to this model whichever you have designed by taking the data from this SQL data warehousing. by using the data warehousing, and we transform the data from data factory to Lakehouse by using this data flows or data engineering Spark notebooks. We are implementing this data warehousing. So sometimes this IoT sensors data we have, right? That data we are going to store into this KQL database. So what is a KQL database? KQL database is one of the database to store the live streaming events data. So to live streaming the data from IoT sensors, we have one service inside the Microsoft Fabric, that is live streaming analytics. This is another kind of service completely connecting to the IoT devices and performing of this KQL database data, and that data you can able to use directly in the Power BI to designing of the reports. Okay, and also whatever the data you have on this lake house, then on top of that data you can able to perform some data science as well. Data science stands for you are going to simply applying some machine learning kind of things. That data we are going to load into data warehousing. Data science means it's a data machine learning, data science. We are going to apply the data science on this machine learning over here. Machine learning. So all these things we are going to do in a single platform only, that is Microsoft Fabric only. So Microsoft Fabric contains all these three capabilities of whatever the data engineering purpose, data analysis purpose, data science purpose. Now inside this Microsoft Fabric, to do all these things, we are categorizing into three parts, four parts. One is about data storage, yeah, of course, data ingestion, yeah, then after data modeling, then after data analysis. Four phases we can divide. Data storage purpose, what are all the services we are going to use? We are going to use Lakehouse, data warehouse, and KQL database. For data ingestion purpose, what we are doing? For data ingestion purpose, we are going to use for data ingestion purpose, we are going to use data factory and data flows Gen2. Okay, data flows Gen2, and the next one is about the data engineering, nothing but a notebooks, Spark notebooks. These are the data ingestion. For real time data we are going to use real time data analytics. Then after we are going to use some data science, some machine learning algorithms, machine learning as well. Okay, so machine learning for the purpose of to advanced predictions, classifications, kind of things. So by using all these tools, you are processing of your data. So once you are processing the data, then the data will be stored into data warehousing. So on top of that data, we are going to designing the data modeling. Data modeling means creating the relationships between the tables. Then finally, what we are going to do? We are going to designing up the reports and dashboards by using a Power BI. So this is what you are going to learn inside this Microsoft Fabric. From data lake storage to from data storage to data ingestion, data modeling, and data analysis. So earlier days to do all these things, we are using different platforms. Let's for example, for data ingestion and data storage purpose, what we are using Microsoft Azure Data Engineering course we are learning. Earlier days, to do this part, data storage and data ingestion, all these things we are getting it from the Microsoft Azure Data Engineering course. And then for data modeling and data analysis purpose, we are using the Power BI. Now the Microsoft, what it has done, Microsoft has combined this Azure Data Engineering and the Power BI both into Microsoft Fabric. The Azure Data Engineering course Azure Data Engineering part and this Power BI part. This Power BI part both has combined. Sorry. This Power BI part both has combined into Microsoft Fabric. Microsoft Fabric. So Microsoft Fabric is a SaaS platform, software as a service platform. It contains a single platform to do this data engineering, and also they implemented one more thing, data science part, machine learning. All these three things now available inside one platform, Microsoft Fabric. So generally, earlier days what the clients are doing for data storage and data engineering purpose, they will goes to this one. And again they are going to purchase the Power BI part. Again they are going to separately pay for the machine learning. So they are implementing their projects in three such platforms over here. Okay, three platforms over here. This platform, machine learning platform, Power BI platform. Now customer no need to pay separately, no need to use separate environments to develop, all in one place, that is Microsoft Fabric. All in one place. 100 percentage whatever the Power BI, everything available in Microsoft Fabric. 100 percentage Azure data engineering is here and the machine learning is here. So once you are learning this Microsoft Fabric course, you can apply for the position as a data engineer or a data analysis Power BI or a machine learning. Let me try to log into this Microsoft Fabric account. So how to log into a Fabric account? To log into Fabric account, it is not a fabric.com. It is simply app.powerbi.com only. So Microsoft is using the existing Power BI platform only by keeping of all this Azure data engineering services, data science services, everything inside this app.powerbi.com. Let me try to log in. See here, inside this app.powerbi.com, in the bottom you can see these are all the services. Let's go to the Microsoft Fabric. What are all the things included inside this Microsoft Fabric? Power BI, Data Factory. What is this Data Activator? Data Activator is nothing but sending some alerts. Let's, for example, today the humidity is less than, greater than 45. Then send a alert. Your sales got increased as per your expectation. Send a alert. That kind of data activators also you can able to implement. Real time intelligence, I told you, right? This KQL database, whichever you are using to get this live streaming data, that is real time analytics if you want to implement. Synapse data engineering, this is nothing but a data bricks, Spark notebooks you can able to write down. And data science if you want to implement, data warehouse is for storing of your data over here. So this is how you have many services over here. You can see there is a data warehousing, data science, data engineering, and data factory, real time intelligence. Many things you can able to implement it over here. Okay, and also if you want to get this data lake, also you can able to create it over here. Power BI reports if you want to design, many things you can able to do inside single platform. So after learning this course, Microsoft Fabric course, then you can able to apply for three different kind of jobs. Okay, so some people wants to learn, they are in a confusion. Sir, I want to learn Azure data engineering. Some people I want to learn Power BI. If I'm learning Microsoft Fabric, then is this Power BI technology is 100% covered inside the Microsoft Fabric? Yes. When you are going to any institution, when you are asking for, sir, I want to learn Power BI course, they are not telling about Microsoft Fabric. Why? Because they don't know about the Microsoft Fabric. Companies are always looking for advanced technologies. If I'm learning Microsoft Fabric inside Power BI, and if I'm learning alone Power BI, is there any difference? Nothing difference. If you are enrolling for a course, a Power BI course, enroll Power BI course separately, enroll Power BI with Fabric. Is there any difference in the course? Zero difference. Okay, zero difference. Both are same. Next, if I'm enrolling Azure Data Engineering, if I'm enrolling Data Engineering with Fabric, is there any difference? Yes, there is hardly 10 to 20 percentage difference. What is that difference? The 10 to 20 percentage difference is the user interface is little bit different. The user interface is little bit different. Okay, and what are the extra things? If I'm learning Fabric, what we are getting? You are getting a machine learning, machine learning, and real time data modeling and data activators. Similar like this, many things you are getting it over here. Many things you are getting it over here. So, for example, if I'm learning data engineering course, Azure data engineering course separately, can I learn Fabric? My suggestion would be learn Microsoft Fabric, because nowadays outside market is very competition. If you are learning alone Power BI, the people will come with this data engineering part and everything. Then with the competition you cannot. So learn complete Microsoft Fabric. It is very very easy. I'm telling, I'm promising to you. You are not going to write even single command inside. Inside this Microsoft Fabric, there is a co-pilot is included. Every formula, every code, if any SQL, if any Python, if any PySpark, anything required, automatically co-pilot is writing based on your requirement. So you are not going to write even single command, even single statement inside. I will teach you how the co-pilot is. You are just need to ask, hey, I need this code to write. Automatically, according to your scenario, what you have inside, it will write down. So ideally, what you are doing so far, you are going to chat GPT and typing and writing the code copy paste over there. But in the Microsoft Fabric, what it is doing, Copilot is automatically, Copilot is something similar like a chat GPT. It is automatically included inside Fabric, inside the Fabric. So it is going to write down the commands as per the scenario. You don't need to mention all the details. It is not going to give a code generic. It will give you the code specific to your requirement. It will provide without zero syntax, without zero changes to your code. So this is how you no need to worry about the coding as well over here. So if you are completing this Microsoft Fabric, and then after there is a exam DP 600 certification. If you are completing this Microsoft Fabric course and DP 600 certification, there is 100% chances to get the job. Okay, few people might get a doubt, sir, if I am learning this Microsoft Fabric and you are telling this Microsoft Fabric is in industry from last 2 years, correct? Yes, Microsoft Fabric has introduced 2 years back. Now the companies are widely using this one. Any new projects, instead of this Microsoft Azure Data Engineering and alone Power BI, alone machine learning separately, they are using Microsoft Fabric only to implement. The companies are suggesting to the clients, please use this one. Companies are suggesting to the clients, please use Microsoft Fabric. Okay, I have some career gap. I have some non-IT experience. I have some other technology IT experience. After completion of this course, how many years of experience I can able to put? You can put 2 to 5 years of experience. How can I put 5 years of experience? This Microsoft Fabric is introduced 2 years back only. Correct. Microsoft Fabric has introduced 2 years back, but Power BI is in the market from last 10 years. Azure data engineering part is in the market from last 7 8 years. So we will mention your profile. I started my career with Power BI and some data engineering, but from last 2 years I have involved in the Microsoft Fabric environment. Just technically the things are same, but the place where you are going to work environment is different in the Microsoft Fabric. Earlier these three are in three different platforms. Now all three in a single place only here from last 2 years. So if you have the Fabric environment knowledge, then definitely clients will pick if you have a DP 600 certification as well. We will assist you, we will guide you how to complete this DP 600 certification also once you are completing this course. And I will help you on this resume preparation, as well, and some interview question and answers also we are going to provide it, and one end to end project we are going to provide. If anybody wants after the course completion any kind of placement assistance also, we are going to help on that one. Okay, for referring to some companies, all those things. So that is a separate thing. Placement assistance is a separate program. But in this course, we are going to conducting it is going to be 60 hours duration course. This course is going to be 60 hours daily 1 hour session. We are going to conduct it over here. It's going to be 60 hours duration daily 1 hour session. So for more details about this course content, what we are covering inside, if you want to understand, just reach out that number whichever I have given, and let me show you the course content completely, what we are going to cover inside this Microsoft Fabric over here. This is the course content what we are going to cover. Introduction to Microsoft Fabric, Fabric developer roles and responsibilities, tools and services in Microsoft Fabric, what we are going to use, subscription management, how to create a license, workspace creations, Lakehouse, shortcuts, SQL endpoints, Synapse data warehousing, Synapse data warehousing. Okay, and these are the data warehousing concepts actually, and these are the Synapse data warehousing how to create, and then after data engineering with Spark notebooks, data factory pipelines, and data flow Gen2, real-time analytics, and Microsoft Fabric, data science, Power BI and Fabric. What are all the things we are going to cover inside? So these are all the things we are going to cover inside this Microsoft Fabric for data engineering, data analysis, and data science. Okay. So now, if you guys have any questions, then you can raise your hands. And I'm requesting all of you, please fill the form whoever joined this demo session. Then only you will get class link and course content, daily class recording video, everything will be shared to your email. Please fill the form. The regular sessions we are going to start it from Monday itself. Okay, with the same meeting link you can join, and the timings we are going to start it from morning 7 a.m. IST is the class timings. Morning 7 a.m. IST is the class timings over here. Okay, with the same meeting link you can able to join. If any kind of doubts, if anybody wants to speak with me,